Hi there, welcome to Summer Scribble Studio. Today I'm going to show you how to make 3 easy mosaic style watercolor bookmarks. The first one is a little fish pond, the second is a moon and stars design, and the third is a simple poppy flower. We'll start off with the main elements and then make the mosaic background. I hope you do try it out, I'd love to see it if you do. The colors I'm using are the Mijello Mission Gold Class watercolors, and I'm using a 25% cotton 200 GSM watercolor paper. I usually use 300 GSM, but since this type of painting doesn't require too much of layering, 200 GSM is good enough. The brush that I'm using is a round brush that has slightly longer bristles than usual. The longer bristles help to make smoother lines, especially if you feel your hands are not steady enough for detailed work. You could also use a script or a liner brush. I have used a masking tape to tape up the edges so that it gets a pretty white border in the end. I'm mixing my paints in a small ceramic plate because it forms small pools of color rather than the beads that you get while working on a plastic palette. It's easier to see the intensity of colors on ceramic. Also make sure to use a good amount of water with your paints because that will give it a beautiful translucent, almost glassy look, and will also reduce the appearance of streaky lines in your painting. Keep your design simple and just have fun trying it out. For the first bookmark, I'm making a fish pond, and I'm mixing some shades of blue and green in my ceramic plate. While making a watercolor mosaic, I usually use multiple colors together because it makes it more lively and interesting. Use your brush to draw a shape. For this one, I'm making some wavy blobs. Once you draw the outline, fill in the shape with color, and you can also add other colors while it is still wet. Carefully paint around the fish, leaving a white border around it too. It's very therapeutic to see the colors blend and mix with each other. One of the things that I keep in mind while making mosaic paintings is to use complementary colors. Orange and blue, yellow and purple, red and green. Basically the colors that are opposite each other on the color wheel. What this does is it makes the colors really pop. If you place say blue and purple or red and orange together as a mosaic, your design will not be as defined as if you put blue and orange or red and green together. Of course, you can make mosaics that are monochrome or multicolor or anything that you feel would look good. This is just a method that I personally like to follow. While painting a mosaic background, I find it easy to start from a top corner or an edge and then work my way down. I try to keep the size of each shape somewhat similar. For the second bookmark, I am painting the mosaic background with a blend of blue and purple colors. I'm not diluting the colors as much as I did in the first bookmark because I want the colors to be dark. Diluting watercolors makes the color lighter. I'm making triangle shapes for this mosaic, and I'm trying to leave an even-sized white line between each shape. I'm carefully working around the moon and stars so that there's a white border around them too. If at any point you feel you have made a mistake or your white border doesn't look neat enough, don't stress over it. Just move on with your painting, let it dry completely, and then you can use a white gel pen or white gouache paints over the edge and make it look neat again. This is a good exercise to experiment with your paints and brushes, to learn how to control the amount of water and paint that you're using, how to hold the brush so that you have more control over the lines, and also to learn how the colors blend and mix with each other. It's a fun and meditative pattern that kids and adults can equally enjoy making. You can try out different shapes for the mosaic pieces. You can try circles, squares, hexagons, wavy lines, leaf shapes, anything. Just remember to leave a white border around each shape so that it is well defined. For the third bookmark, I'm not making a shape like I did for the previous two. I'm making some swirly lines and trying to keep some distance between them. I'm using a mix of sap green and yellow for the lines. These swirls are really fun to make if you want to make an elegant and maybe a vintage looking background or pattern. I'm making swirls to fill the blank parts of the background and smaller swirls in between where I feel there's too much of empty space until the background looks evenly filled. To be honest, I'm not sure if this qualifies to be called a mosaic background, but nevertheless, it's super fun to make. While making the swirls, I realized that the color is quite similar to that of the leaves. So to increase the contrast, I am using a darker, more bluish green over the leaves once again. And yeah, a few finishing touches and our bookmarks are almost ready. If you learned something new today, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel Summer Scribbles Studio and follow me on Instagram at summer_scribbles. I hope to see you again soon.